Yo, my name is Dylan McKay. I'm back, and I'm making a video here to talk about a band called Foxy Shazam.
I can't control my feet, feel like moving, yeah. Follow my lead, baby, I'm proving.
Foxy Shazam. I'm imagining that you've heard of them if you're clicking on this video, and that's probably what you searched to find it. But if you haven't, and you're a subscriber of mine, and you're interested, check them out, guys. I mean, they've been around for a pretty long time, mid-2000s. They, as a band, are such an anomaly to me. I saw them back in 2012. Here's a young photo of me. I had never listened to them before this concert. And I had a bunch of friends, a couple of roommates that were big fans of the band, and I was like, all right, I'll go with you guys to this concert. I was blown away. This was one of the best rock and roll shows I've ever seen. We had Sky, the pianist, lifts his piano up, his synth, and he puts it into the audience, and everyone's holding it up as he's playing. And then you have the lead singer, Eric Nally. He started crawling on the ceiling of our actual venue because it was kind of a low roof, like garage-style venue. I don't know, maybe like 100 people at the show, but we're all crammed in there, packed. Everyone there is just clearly a huge fan, aside from me because I'm new, but I become a huge fan throughout the show. And it was one of the most amazing concert experiences I ever had. It was a transformative concert for me, and one that I always think fondly back on. And I remember when that concert finished, I was just like, there's no way I'm ever going to see these guys in a small venue like this again, because they are on their way up. Like, they're going to be selling out stadiums 20 years from now. Like, that's like the feeling that I remember having. At the time, the new album was The Church of Rock and Roll, but they had recently just had like a song in a Super Bowl commercial. And then in 2014, they broke up. And Eric Nally was pursuing his solo career, and he had a couple of singles out there that, I was never really too big of a fan of. He showed up on a Macklemore and Ryan Lewis track, which you guys are probably familiar with. But anyway, I kind of just thought, what a bummer, Foxy Shazam really just stopped, and they were kind of on their way up. And then in 2020, they started kind of teasing a comeback, and I remember being like, oh, Foxy Shazam, they're coming back, this is sick, okay. And then when they started dropping singles, it just wasn't doing it for me, and a lot of the stuff from that album, Burn, that was coming out, just really, it felt a little too overproduced and glossy, but just, it didn't have bite or edge to it. I think they started touring again, but I'd kind of lost interest in the band, and they've had a few more albums since then. I usually, every time one comes out, I listen to it anyway. The Heart Behead You, which was the follow-up to Burn, I actually really did enjoy quite a bit. Ironically, this one just felt like a little underbaked, you could say, but it had a lot of the pieces and elements from, Foxy Shazam that I really liked from before. And ultimately, like, their newer albums had just kind of felt lackluster. They've released 2 since then. But I was happy to see, that they're back together and they're touring, and I saw that the tour was coming through Salt Lake City again, just on May 2nd. And I thought, you know what? I ought to go. This is one of the best concerts. I remember this being one of the most transformative, best concerts I've ever been to. So why don't I go see Foxy Shazam on May 2nd? When I got there was a band opening for them called the Number 12 Looks Like You, which I'm actually now wearing their shirt because that's how much I loved them. They were full screamo, though. They were just going crazy. It was a good time. The singer spent most of the show like in the audience with us, just running around, and then at one point he asked us all to sit down, and we kind of sat around him, and it was crazy. But I was like, this is already given like good vibes, because if Foxy's got them opening for him, this is reminiscent of that early show, that kind of energy. They sound more refined than ever. Eric Nally's vocals were beyond incredible. This 6-person band was just firing on all cylinders. Eric Nally's jumping around the stage, doing somersaults, doing all his craziness. Sky's putting his piano back into the audience. They're going crazy. Everyone's headbanging. This was an absolute blast of a show. I was so thankful. I was like, there's like 100, there's maybe less people here than the show in 2012, when I thought they were just going to go to the moon. As soon as the concert's over, I'm like, where'd they go into next? Boise? That's a 4.5-hour drive from me. Pick my things up, drive down there, and I see him again the next night. I couldn't get enough of the show, guys. I'm considering following them a little bit more on tour. I might go try to see their Arizona show on the 12th. We'll find out. But the whole point of this video being, like, if you're a fan of Foxy Shazam, or if you used to be a fan of Foxy Shazam and you don't really listen to them now, get yourself to one of their live shows. They're better than they've ever been, in my opinion. It's spectacular. These guys should be selling out stadiums but they're still rocking small venues, and it's probably a choice. It's probably because they wanted to. That's the angle I'm gonna take, at least. It's the most hardcore indie or rock and roll thing you could do. I don't get the vibe that they're trying anymore to write the most catchy, popular songs. If they never put out another great album, that's fine. If what they do, though, is continue to put on these kind of shows, then I will always be there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Foxy Shazam. But also, tell me about your favorite concert experience. Leave a note in the comments, and it doesn't have to be Foxy Shazam. Tell me what was a transformative concert for you? Obviously, for me, Foxy Shazam stands out as one of those top 3 for me in my life. And let me know what your guys' favorites are, too. And if you like seeing shows in small venues, or do you like the bigger venues? What's kind of your jam? Either way, though, thanks for coming to the video. Check out some of my other videos here on the channel. And yeah, we talk about movies and music and just kind of media in general. That's kind of my shtick. So anyway, love you guys.